So the next important topic what I'm going to discuss, multi-threading, the most valuable concept especially for the interview room. So even our sessions uploaded in the YouTube. So I can show minimum 10,000 requests from the visitors saying, can you please upload multi-threading videos, please upload multi-threading videos, like, because that much important concept for the interview room is a multi-threading concept. So collections a bit important, but collections and multi-threading, where the difference is, collections is purely discussion of API, beyond that nothing there. So max in the total collection framework, there is only one area where we require to discuss much, comparable comparator. Beyond that, we never require to use our mind anywhere. Just class, methods, sample example, class, method, sample example, nothing will be there. But in multi-threading, it is not API concept, it is a language level concept. Are getting? That's why, so each and every area where you are going to get much clarity, I mean each and every area where you require to think, where you are going to get much confidence. Are you getting that? Okay, so this is one topic where you have to take very much care, very important for the interview room, multi-threading concept. Are you getting that? So now what is the syllabus? What things I am going to discuss first? So let me explain. The first I will go for introduction part. Now listen well. So what is multi-threading, or what is multitasking? How many types of threads are there? I mean, what is advantage of multitasking, and how many types of multitasking is there? Like basic introduction. Instead of introducing thread directly, let me talk at least a few minutes about the introduction part. And after that, I will cover in how many ways we can define a thread. Okay, the ways to define a thread. The ways to define a thread. Okay, do you know in how many ways we can define a thread? There are two ways are there. Very important question for the interview room. First question itself, in how many ways we can define a thread? There are two ways. What is the first way? By extending thread class. Second one, by implementing runnable interface. Do you know the most valuable question for the interview room? In how many ways we can define a thread? Which approach is the best? Which approach is the best? While concept going on there, I will discuss anyway, right? And after that, okay, the ways to define a thread. And after that, so getting and setting name of thread. Getting and setting name of thread. Sir, how to set name of a thread? Every thread in Java has some name. Sir, how I can get name of a thread? Get name. How I can set name of how I can set our own name as name of the thread? Set name. Like getting and setting name of the thread. Next, okay, this is getting and setting name of thread. And then next very important concept, thread priorities I have to explain. Are you getting? Hardly 1.5 hours I will spend on thread priorities. A bit very important concept for the interview room. Thread priorities. Next, after thread priorities, the methods to prevent thread execution. The methods to prevent thread execution. There are few methods are there to prevent thread execution. Okay, the first method, yield method. The first one, yield method. Second one, join method. Third one, sleep method. Yield method, join method, sleep method. Among these three methods, one method very easily you can able to understand. Which method? Sleep method, because it's our favorite method anyway, right? Okay, sleep method. And then, so do you know, every method itself is an important question for the interview room. What is the purpose of yield, or what is the purpose of join, or what is the purpose of sleep, or every two methods comparison or every two methods difference itself is an important question for the interview room. What is the difference between yield and join, or what is the difference between join and sleep, or yield and sleep, like, okay, this is. And then we will go for synchronization, the most valuable concept, synchronization. Sir, I know multi-threading concept well, but synchronization I may not have that much confidence. Are you getting that? Most of the people, multi-threading I know well, but synchronization, sir, I am not having that much clarity on the synchronization, like, but nothing, purely nursery standard concept, but you require to think carefully. Once you are getting that grip break point, then nothing will be there in the synchronization. I will explain around 3 hours on this concept, not required to worry at all. Okay, like next seventh one, okay, synchronization. And then we will go for inter-thread communication. Inter-thread communication. Inter-thread communication. Inter-thread communication. It is also very important part for the interview room. Do you know how two threads can communicate with each other? Wait method, notify method, notify all method. Wait, notify, notify all methods. Inter-thread communication. After inter-thread communication, now the next concept here is deadlock. Inter-thread communication and then deadlock. So a lock without key is nothing but deadlock. A lock without key, deadlock. What is the purpose of deadlock? How the deadlock is going to come? Okay, how you can resolve, like I will explain. And then, so daemon threads. After deadlock, next topic, daemon threads. Daemon threads. Deadlock, daemon threads. After daemon threads, there are several enhancements are there. Okay, this is multi-threading enhancements. Multi-threading enhancements. These are things I will explain. Lock concept. Okay, this is a reentrant lock, thread group, thread local, thread group, thread local. Next and after that, thread group, thread local, executor framework. Like there are some concepts are there. Those are things I will explain that. Okay, that's all. So this is agenda for multi-threading what we have. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is. So this is the total agenda of multi-threading concept, right? Okay, this is. Now let me go for basic introduction first. Keep supporting introduction. Introduction. Okay, so the first part, listen very carefully about this terminology, right? Introduction. So what is multitasking? Have you observed what is multitasking? Okay, like, sir, can you tell what is multitasking? What is executing multiple tasks simultaneously. Executing multiple tasks simultaneously is the concept of multitasking. Are you getting? Best example, a classroom student is the best example for multitasking. Sir, classroom student is always doing multiple tasks. Always doing multitasking, right? Yeah, just observe this one. So usually, listen, so what classroom student is going to do here is just observe. First activity what he can, sir, is always listening the class. Are you getting? Because you people are doing the same. So you are always listening the class. Okay, listening the class is nothing but one activity you are doing. Suppose assume the faculty won't give the notes. Are you getting? The faculty, if I am not giving the notes, then you require to take running notes. Important points, running notes you require to take. So taking running notes of some important points. Taking running notes of important points is the second activity, right? After, so these two things you people are usually doing. At the same time, assume suddenly your mobile is ringing. Yeah, even I observed several times. So he is listening and he is taking the notes. At the same time he is checking the mobile from where the call is coming or from where the message came or what message, like checking the mobile phone these days very very common nana. Checking mobile phone at least for the time sake, time at least what is the time like the people are going to checking mobile phones is nothing but like one. Next while doing this, some people do know they may sleep also, is nothing but very very common. Sleeping is nothing but very very common. Next while the students are listening my class, listening the class, so assume suddenly one cute lady is coming, then I don't know the reason why these heads are going to be turned minimum 60 degrees, is nothing but like that, you know. Observing very very common, I observed several times, then I have to tell legend like I have to use the word, okay. Observing environment, dot. Okay, several things. A single classroom student, how many activities he can do is nothing but have you observed? Minimum multiple activities he can do from this list. Is the first 2 activities, or the first 3 activities, or first and third activity, or first and fourth activity, like is nothing but maybe a chance. Executing several tasks simultaneously is the concept of multitasking. Is it clear for all of you that what is multitasking? Next, this total multitasking concept is divided into 2 categories. Like are getting 2 categories. The first multitasking is process based multitasking. The first one is process based multitasking. Second one is thread based multitasking. There are 2 types of multitasking is there. What the first one? Process based multitasking. Second one is what? Thread based multitasking, right? So what is process based multitasking and what is the thread based multitasking? What is the difference between these? You should aware clearly. Sir, executing several tasks simultaneously. Sir, executing several things simultaneously, where each task separate independent process. Are getting? Where each task separate independent program. There is no dependency between first process, second process. There is no dependency between second process, third process. Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent program. Such type of multitasking is nothing but process based multitasking. Are you able to understand what is multitasking? What is process based multitasking? Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent process. Such type of multitasking is called process based multitasking. Is it clear for all of you that what is process based multitasking is nothing but like. But now here one important, just sir, can you give an example for process based multitasking? Best example, right? Most of the people assume I'm typing a Java program in the editor, edit plus or Eclipse, my Eclipse, like I'm typing, sir, I'm typing a Java program. So yeah, my first activity what I'm doing, typing a Java program in the editor, Do you know these days very common, while typing a Java program in the editor, we can listen MP3 audio songs. We can listen audio songs from the same system, correct? So don't feel, sir, this type of style is applicable in Amirpet. Even in the real-time companies also, in software companies also, suppose a cubicle of four sitting is there, is nothing but 4 systems are there. Minimum for 3 systems, headphone or otherwise earphone by default will be there. Are you getting? Minimum. It's a very common trend even in the software company also. Listening audio songs and while typing the program, listening audio songs like very common trend. So while typing a Java program, we can able to listen audio songs. Listen audio songs from the same system. Audio songs from same system. Is nothing but like listen audio songs from same system, like. At the same time, we can download a file from the net, correct or not? At the same time, we can download a file from net, okay, internet, a new audio songs I want to download a file from net, is nothing but like. Now do you know all these 3 activities, will be performed simultaneously or not. Yes, while typing, I can able to listen MP3 audio songs. At the same time, in the background, I can download a file from the net. All these activities will be performed simultaneously. All these activities will be performed simultaneously. Is nothing more. This type of multitasking is process-based multitasking. Because is there any difference? Is there any dependency between first one and second one? Typing a Java program is a editor-related process is executing. Listening audio songs player, MP3 player or something like that player related process is executing. There is no dependency between this one and this one. Next, there is no dependency between download a file and listening MP3 audio song. Is nothing but like executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task separate independent process. Such a type of multitasking is called process based multitasking. Is it clear for all of you? Right? So process based multitasking best suitable at a OS level, operating system level, not yet a programmatic level. Okay, just because assume one client came one client came. Durga, I have some requirement. Can you please develop or can you please implement this requirement? Like, then okay, I can implement like I told. Then immediately asked, so in which language you want to implement? Array, I know Java. Then in Java I can implement your requirement like. Then immediately asked, can you please explain some specialties of Java? Like, then I told Java provides support for multitasking or Java provides support for multi-threading like I told. Can you explain what is multitasking or multi-threading or what is multitasking? Can you please explain in layman terminology like he asked. Then I told, while executing your program in the front ground, if you want you can able to listen MP3 audio songs in the background. If you want you can download a file from the net. Is nothing but like I told this example for that client. Then he will give left and right. While executing my program, my application in the front ground, listening audio songs, is it part of programming requirement? No. Then so downloading a file from the internet is the part of programming requirement? No. How you can highlight this type of benefits at programmatic level? Are you getting? This type of multitasking applicable only at OS level, not yet programmatic level. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this say. So then programmatic level, which multitasking is required? Is nothing thread based multitasking is required at programmatic level. Are you able to understand it? What is multitasking? What is process based multitasking? Now what is thread based multitasking? Just let me explain the terminology, right? Sir, I have one program is there. Assume this is the program. I have one program is there. This is my program, right? It contains 10,000 lines of the code is there. So total how many lines of the code? 10,000 lines of the code is there. Now my Java program, do you know JVM is an interpreter. JVM is an interpreter. It's always going to execute from top to bottom, one by one, line by line, right? First line executed, and then second line, and then third line, fourth line, fifth line, dot. Assume to complete 10,000 lines of the code, total execution time is nothing 10 hours time is required. Assume. So my program required to complete, how much time is going to take? 10 hours to complete. Assume. Okay, this same. Then what I thought, sir, I analyzed this functionality. The first 5,000 lines of the code, second 5,000 lines of the code, there is no dependency. Sir, first 5,000 lines of the code, second 5,000 lines of the code, there is no dependency. Both are independent. Assume this processing is for the first customer, this code is for the second customer. So both are independent. Sir, program is the same, one program only, but first part and second part is nothing. There is no dependency. If there is no dependency, then why I have to wait until completing first 5,000 lines of the code to execute second 5,000 lines of the code? What I can do is nothing. This part and this part, both are independent. Both parts I want to execute simultaneously. Are you getting? Both parts I want to execute simultaneously. Instead of one execution, now what I want to do is two flows I want to start. Sir, this flow, first 5,000 lines of the code, second 5,000 lines of the code, both are going to execute simultaneously. Are you getting? If I execute both simultaneously, Can you tell within the less time my program is going to complete or not? Yes, oddly 5 to 6 hours time is required to complete our program. Are you getting? This type of multitasking is nothing but thread based multitasking. But here, how many programs are there? How many programs are there? One program only. How many independent parts are there? Two independent parts. First independent part, second independent part. Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task separate independent part of the same program. Separate independent part of the same program. This type of multitasking is called thread-based multitasking. And each independent part, sir, this is the first independent part, thread 1. Each independent part is called a thread. Thread 1, thread 2, like. Is it clear for all of you? Right? Okay, this is thread 1, thread 2, like this I am taking. Right? Okay, this is executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program. Here, how many programs are there? One program. But how many independent parts are there? Two independent parts or several independent parts. Executing multiple tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program. This type of multitasking is called thread-based multitasking. Executing several tasks, where each task is a separate independent process, is called process-based multitasking. Right? Do you know here how many programs are there? Here how many programs are there? 3 programs. But here how many programs are there? 1 program but multiple independent parts. Again, thread-based multitasking best suitable at programmatic level. Process-based multitasking best suitable at OS level. Are you getting? What is multitasking? How many types of multitaskings are there? Is that clear for all of you? Right? Add. Keep submitting. Multitasking. 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 Tasking. Multitasking, executing, multitasking, executing several tasks, executing several tasks simultaneously, executing several tasks simultaneously, several tasks simultaneously is the concept of executing several tasks simultaneously. Is the concept of multitasking. Executing several tasks simultaneously is the concept of multitasking. Next, there are 2 types of multitasking. 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 First one, process-based multitasking. Second one, thread-based multitasking. First one, process-based multitasking. Second, thread-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking. Second, thread-based multitasking. Thread-based multitasking. Okay, thread-based multitasking. Okay, now get the theory. So keep submitting process-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking. Process-based multitasking. Yeah. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task, executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent program. Where each task is a separate independent program. Where each task is a separate independent program. Each task is a separate independent program. Is a separate independent program, is called, where each task, 1 minute, where each task is a separate independent program, within bracket process, bracket close, is called process-based multitasking. Process based multitasking. So are you able to understand, right? Okay, what is process based? Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent process. Such a type of multitasking is called what? Process based multitasking, right? Add example. While typing a Java program in the editor, while typing a Java program in the editor, we can listen. While typing a Java program in the editor, we can listen audio songs. From the same system. We can listen audio songs from same system. We can listen audio songs from same system. At the same time, we can download a file. At the same time, we can download a file from net. At the same time, we can download a file from net. At the same time, we can download a file from net. All these tasks will be executed. All these tasks will be executed simultaneously. And independent of each other. All these tasks will be executed simultaneously and independent of each other. Hence it is process based multitasking. Are you able to understand it? Okay, what is process based multitasking? The terminology is clear. Do you know process based multitasking is best suitable yet OS level. OS means what? Operating system. Best suitable yet operating system level, right? Add process based multitasking is best suitable. Process based multitasking is best suitable yet OS level. Process based multitasking is best suitable yet OS level. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is process based multitasking, right? Now keep suffering thread based multitasking. Okay, so do you know what is thread based multitasking? Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent part of same program. Sir, first independent part, second independent part. How many programs are there? Only one program. But how many independent parts are there? Two. Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program. Such a type of multitasking is called thread based multitasking. And each independent part, this is the first independent part, is a thread, and each independent part is called a thread. Okay, in this program how many threads are there? Two threads. Two flows are going to execute simultaneously. Are you getting? Executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task separate independent part of the same program is called a thread based multitasking, and each independent part is called a thread. Is it clear, right? Okay, at executing several tasks simultaneously, where each task is a separate independent part, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program, where each task is a separate independent part of the same program. Same program is called thread based multitasking. Is called thread based multitasking. Is called thread based multitasking. Thread based multitasking. And each independent part is called each independent part is called a thread. And each independent part is called a thread. Each independent part is called a thread. Each independent part is called a thread. Are you getting? Do you know thread based multitasking best suitable at a programmatic level, but process based multitasking best suitable at a OS level. Observe the difference, right? Add thread based multitasking. Thread based multitasking is best suitable. Thread based multitasking is best suitable. Yet thread based multitasking is best suitable yet programmatic level. Thread based multitasking is best suitable yet programmatic level. Okay, that's all. Do you know? So what is multitasking? How many types of multitaskings are there? Clear for all of you? Okay, this is next process based, thread based. So which one we require to talk? Thread based multitasking, not process based multitasking. Do you know, in our operating systems, like there is one academic subject is there at your BTech level or MCA level. Okay, academic subject. What is the difference between process based multitasking, thread based multitasking? It is the standard question for that even operating system level. You know, you can conclude several things. Process based multitasking, okay, context switching is very difficult, very costly. Thread based multitasking, context switching will become easy or not that much costly. Next up, for every process separate address space is there, but for all these threads same address space will be shared. Are you getting? Only one address space will be shared by all these threads. Like there are several differences are there, but these are differences at programmatic level. Being a programmer, we are not required to worry. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is just observe each process separate independent process. Each task is a separate independent process. Process based multitasking. Each task separate independent part of the same program is nothing but thread based multitasking. Beyond that, no difference, right? Are you getting? So next, here see. Here best example, okay, where we can use this multi-threading concept or thread based multitasking we have to talk. So this is where we can use multi-threading concept. Okay, this is whether it is process based multitasking or thread based multitasking, anything, whether it is process based multitasking or thread based multitasking, the main purpose of multitasking is nothing but, do you know, to increase is nothing but to reduce CPU, is nothing but processor idle time, to reduce processor idle time, and to increase is nothing but like performance of the system. Are you able to understand? So what is the main advantage of multitasking? Whether it is process based multitasking or thread based multitasking, what is the main advantage of multitasking is nothing but to increase, okay, performance by reducing response time of the systems. Or my processor always busy. Are you getting right? I don't want to keep my processor as ideal. So instead of doing one task, better to do multiple tasks so that my processor is always busy. Is nothing but like, so to reduce ideal time of processor is nothing but like to reduce response time of the system and improve performance. That is the main purpose of whether it is process based or thread based or multitasking. Are you able to understand? So can you tell what is the main advantage of multitasking? Performance will be improved overall. Instead of doing the things one by one, better to do simultaneously so that within the less time I can complete overall task. So performance of the system by default is going to be improved, right? Okay, add whether it is process based or thread based, whether it is process based or thread based, whether it is process based or thread based, process based or thread based, the main objective of multitasking is the main objective of multitasking is to reduce response time of the system, and to improve performance, to reduce response time of the system and to improve performance. Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, so what is the main purpose or what is the main advantage of thread based multitasking? I mean thread based or process based. What is the purpose of, what is the main objective of multitasking? To improve performance of the system. Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, sir, where we can use multi-threading concept? What are various application areas? Very simple. Here, see, let me explain one small scenario. Assume, okay, this one is, what is this one? What is this one? Rectangle, box, any other? System. Oh, okay, assume. Okay, so assume 70 mm screen. Okay, 70 mm screen. Assume. You know, here I have one big doubt from several days. You know, two doubts is nothing but there. Luckily, one doubt got resolved. 70 mm screen. What is this mm? Millimeter. The screen is 70 mm, 70 millimeters only. What that mm? 70 mm screen. Very proudly, cinema theatre people are going to use 70 mm screen. We have like 70. Devi 70 mm. Like even in the name of the theatre only, they will keep 70 mm also. Why? What is that mm? అయ్యో ఇప్పుడు దాకా నాకు ఒక్కడికే తెలియదు అనుకున్నా. ఓకే, ఎనీవే నౌ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ టు వరీ. సో జస్ట్ వాట్ ఇస్ దిస్ mm? 70 mm స్క్రీన్ సైజ్, mm thickness, screen thickness, is it? Screen thickness is the 70 mm. Size means mm means what? Millimeters. Multiplex means MP, right? Multiplex. How mm is coming? No. One thing. Next one, another, earlier I have one more doubt. You know, it's a very common chicken 65. This what is the very popular chicken 65. Then I have big doubt. What is this 65? Like, what is this 65? I have the big doubt. Initially I thought that, 65 means 65 rupees. That's why it is the chicken 65, like I thought. What is that 65? What is that 65? Okay. 65% gravy now. 65% gravy, 35% pieces. Such a type of thing is called chicken 65. Wonderful. What is that chicken 65? Name of? Okay. For this especially, I have the big doubt. What is this 65 like? I opened the Google and I checked. Then I came to know 65 means there is a measurement only, valid measurement. So if the what we call henna, manam emantam code name antam. Okay. If the age of n is nothing but 65 days, best time to eat is nothing but like getting. So 65 days is nothing but there then best quality 65 days is the age of the hen. When so is nothing but best quality 65 days exactly is nothing but like so this is 65 days is nothing but age of that hen. Okay, this is like what is chicken 65 like. So what is this 70 mm? Huh? Sorry, even I too don't know. Open the Google and check. Okay, now observe. Here it is a 70 mm screen. Assume here one person is there. Here just observe on the screen. Next here one more person is there. Here another person is there. Here another person is there. You know what? Who all these people? Assume this person is Balaya. This person is Namita. Okay, this person is Nayantara. This person is Sneha Vallal. Okay, like Sneha Vallal. Next you know here one these people on the screen, one aeroplane is going on. One aeroplane is going. Next at the same time there are some birds. There are some birds flying. Okay, there are some birds flying like. Okay, at the same time so rain is also started. Assume rain also started like. Rain also started like. Okay, rain also started like. Now observe, sir, here on the screen multiple activities are there. Balaya is dancing. At the same time Namita, Nayantara, Sneha Vallal, all these people are also dancing. Simultaneously one aeroplane is going. Simultaneously is nothing but there are several birds are flying. Next here rain is also falling down. Is nothing but like there are multiple activities are there on my screen. Assume that at a time only one task should be done. Multiple tasks are not allowed. Assume at a time only one task. Then observe the cinema looks like. Whenever Balaya is in action, whenever Balaya dancing, the remaining screen should be static. Are you getting? Whenever Balaya is dancing, the remaining screen should be static. So these are people just like statues. They are going to stand. Next up, flying birds will be stopped in the middle in the air. Flying aeroplane will be stopped there only. Is nothing but like. So until Balaya turn completes, the remaining screen should be static. Because at a time, how many activities we can do? Only one activity, right? Now after 5 minutes, Balaya turn completed. Next Namita turn will come. Okay, Namita also took 5 minutes time. Whenever Namita dancing, the remaining screen should be static. Is nothing but like the remaining screen should be static. There is no action in the remaining. Is nothing but like. So after 5 minutes, Namita turn completed. Now Nayantara turn came. She took 3 minutes time. And then Sneha Vallal turn came. She took 2 minutes time. Assume 2 minutes. Whenever Sneha Vallal dancing, the remaining screen should be static. Is nothing but like. Now after completing this, now aeroplane turn came. Now aeroplane just a matter of some 20 or 30 seconds, it crossed the screen. Is nothing but next activity, almost 30 seconds aeroplane completed. After completing aeroplane, now the birds turn came. Okay, now first bird, okay, first bird flying and so on. Is nothing but like after 10 minutes the first bird crossed the screen. After completing first bird, next second bird, next third bird, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, like assume 200 birds are there. Then every bird is taken 10 minutes time, and then it is flying like. After completing birds, now so first raindrop cinema started. Okay, first raindrop falling down and so on. Next after completing second raindrop, dot like. If I can show this type of movie at a time, only one activity, just to complete this screen, minimum 365 days must be required. Correct, Anna? Minimum 365 days must be required. If I can show this type of movie to the audience, then what is the feeling to the audience is nothing but, they will cut the screen and they will go out. Regarding, so at a time, only one activity is nothing but for this type of things not going to work out. Regarding, that's why, what? While Balaya dancing, simultaneously Namita dancing. At the same time, Naintara Snehavalal also dancing. While these people are dancing, the birds are flying in the air. Simultaneously, is nothing but aeroplane is going that. At the same time, raindrops also falling down. Hardly. Are you getting? If everything is happening simultaneously, then just the 5 to 6 minutes only, the cinema is going to complete. I mean, this screen is going to complete. Are you getting? So, which thing is happening? Simultaneous execution or one by one execution? Simultaneous. Executing several tasks simultaneously. Are you getting? Where each task is a separate thread. Boss, it is one thread. This one is another thread. This one is another thread. This one is another thread. Okay, like everything, every word is one thread. Next, the aeroplane is one thread. Next, every raindrop itself is nothing but one thread. Executing several threads simultaneously. If simultaneous action is there, then only the people are going to see. Are you getting that? Okay, multi-threading concept is the best suitable where we can use multi-threading concept. Is nothing in the multimedia graphics, animation movies. Are getting animation movies. Next and after that, so servers development, like there are several application areas are there where multi-threading concept is useful. Is it clear for all of you? First add the main important application areas. The main important application areas of multi-threading are. The main important application areas of multi-threading are. First one. To develop multimedia graphics. To develop multimedia graphics. Second one. To develop animations. Third one. To develop video games. Next, here legend this point also. Sir, I have one web server is there or application server is there. Web or application server is there. Now the requests are going to come. Are you getting, sir? First request will come. Second request will come. There are n number of requests will come. Sir, can you tell all these requests are going to be executed simultaneously or one by one? Simultaneously, because if it is a Gmail application, Gmail application, sir, these requests are going to be executed one by one. Crores of users are there for the Gmail. Then when I will get my turn is nothing in my lifetime, I may not get my turn. Are you getting that? Okay, this is. So if multiple requests came, my application should be in a position to execute simultaneously. Is nothing but how this thing is happen. Every server internally maintain multiple threads, 50 or 60 threads, like multiple thread. For every request, web container is going to create or associate a separate thread to process that request. Again, for the first request, first thread is going to take care. Second request, second thread is going to take care. Third request, third thread is going to take care. All these threads will be executed simultaneously, so that all these requests will be processed simultaneously. Are you getting the concept or not? So internally, the servers internally will use which concept is nothing but multi-threading concept only. Do you know? Tomcat default number of predefined number of threads is 60. My Tomcat server can provide support simultaneously by default for 60 requests, right? Is it clear for all of you? So internally, while developing web servers and application servers, internally which concept will be used is nothing but so multi-threading concept only. Okay, add fourth one. To develop to develop web servers and application servers. To develop web servers and application servers. To develop web servers and application servers. Application servers. Okay, etc. To develop web servers and application servers, etc. Okay, so where we can use multi-threading concept. Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this is what is multitasking, how many types of multitasking is there, next and after that where we can use multi-threading concept. Okay, make sure. Let me go for one small programmatic example so that you can aware much clarity enough where when we should go for multitasking or multi-threading concept. Here listen. This is the one best example. Even we did this type of assignment some few years before. We got one assignment from foreign. Okay, assume from America somewhere. We got one small assignment. What that assignment is? Here he will give some keywords. Assume that SCJP, SCWCD. Assume these are the keywords. He will give two keywords. In our system, my program is going to open each and every file. Wherever these keywords are there, print that file name to the console. Regarding print that file name to the console is my requirement. Sir, can you please check each and every file in our system? Files are available in C colon, D colon, E colon, F colon, like in every folder. So check each and every file in our system. If these keywords are there in that file, can you please display file name to the console? Is nothing but simple program. The program also they wrote, we didn't develop, they wrote the program also. But the problem with the program is, if they started the program, it is taking hardly 48 to 50 hours of time to complete the program. Because in this system, lakhs of files are there. Because it's a client project, assume lakhs of files are there. Then searching each and every file, and is there any keyword is available or not, it is taking too much time. 48 to 50 hours time it is taking. Is nothing but, is anyone interested to reduce response time of this program or to improve performance of this program? Like in freelancer website, we got this assignment, then we gave the bid, then we got this assignment, right? Now what I did is, I analyzed this program. How this program is implemented is, first it will start C drive. In the C drive, it will start first folder, in the subfolder, in the first file. After completing, second file. After completing, next subfolder, okay, first file, next second file. After completing this, now second folder. Are you getting? So after completing this total C, then what will happen? Then it will search in D colon, same story. After completing D colon, then it will search in E colon, same story. Are you getting? C colon, D colon, E colon, like. So do you know, after then how much time is going to take? Sir, after C, minimum 10 hours. And after that D, another 15 hours. After that E, another 10 hours. It's nothing but like it is taking too much time. Then what I did is, this job both are independent. Are you getting? This one searching in C colon, searching in D colon. Searching in D colon, why we have to do after completing this one? Better to do simultaneously. Are you getting? Now what I did here, same job, here one T1, here T2, and here T3. I created 3 threads. Now 3 threads executing simultaneously. Are you getting? First thread T1 searching in the C, simultaneously T2 searching in the D column, simultaneously T3 searching in the E column, like. So with this approach, almost we reduce, is nothing but around 15 hours only the program is going to complete. Then I send this application to the client. Then the client felt very happy. Oh, 50 hours to 15 hours time. But Durga, 15 hours is still too large. Can you please, too heavy, is nothing but this much time we don't want. Is there any chance to improve further response time? Is there nothing but to improve further performance? Is it possible to reduce the time? Like he asked her. Then what we did is, folder level, I mean SQL drives level. So is nothing but not much improvement. What I did is, for every folder, if it is a folder, create a separate thread. Create a separate thread. Create a separate thread. Is nothing but like, instead of just 3 threads, I created some 50 or 60 threads. Are you getting? I automate. If it is a folder, automatically create a separate thread and start doing separate flow. If it is a folder, create a separate thread, start doing searching of that particular folder by that individual thread. Like if I can implement the same thing at folder level, then automatically, just within 20 to 30 minutes only, my search operation got completed, right? Are you getting? Just observe the thing. Sir, instead of doing one by one, if you can do simultaneously, then what will happen is nothing but within the less time we can able to complete the task. Simple word, this is the advantage of what is multi-threading. Are you getting? In your applications, wherever independent jobs are there, identify that for every independent job, define a thread. That thread is going to take care to execute that job. Simultaneously, multiple threads are going to execute multiple jobs within the less time. The overall time is going to be reduced and performance will be completed. Regarding performance is going to be improved, right? So they say wherever independent jobs are there, okay, you have to identify, and for every independent job, better to start a separate thread. Then automatically the problem by default will be solved. Is it clear? Right? Suppose if one member is there, 10 hours time is required. If I can arrange 2 members, then hardly 5 to 6 hours we can able to complete. If I can arrange 3 members, within 3 to 4 hours it's going to complete. If I can arrange 10 members, then within 1 or 2 hours the total job is going to be complete. That is what advantage of multi-threading. Is it clear, right? So where we can use multi-threading concept? So wherever independent jobs are there, okay, their best suitable concept is nothing but what? Multi-threading concept, right? Now the terminology is very clear for all of you, right? Okay, this is. Now the next point here, see, in Java, developing multi-threading examples is very easy when compared with the old languages. Are you getting? Developing multi-threading examples very easy, because the reason is, in Java, most of the work is going to be done by using API only. Okay, 90% of the work is going to be done by API. Just 10% of the work programmer is required to do. Okay, this is Java provides inbuilt support. Java provides inbuilt support for multi-threading, right? Okay, this is by having rich API. Do you know how to start a thread? Can you tell which method I have to use? How to start a thread? Which method I have to use? T.start. T.start. Am I responsible to implement a start method? Am I responsible just to call start method? Call was a start method which contains 70,000 lines of the code. I am not responsible to implement. 90% of the work is going to be done by using what? API. Just 10% of the work only programmer is required to do. When compared with the old languages, developing multi-threading in Java is very easy, because Java provides inbuilt support for multi-threading, right? Okay, add. When compared with old languages, developing multi-threading application, multi-threaded applications, developing multi-threaded applications in Java. Developing multi-threaded applications in Java is very easy. Because Java provides inbuilt support. Because Java provides inbuilt support. Java provides inbuilt support for multi-threading. Java provides inbuilt support for multi-threading with rich API. With rich API, within bracket, thread Now thread is API class. Runnable is an interface. Thread group dot thread runnable thread group dot like, are you able to understand? So this is what is basic introduction to multi-threading, right? Okay, this is, now I hope that terminology is very clear for all of you, right?